Hey everyone, Mark from Consequence here. These videos are a little delayed. I've been sick like the last week, and I'm going to be getting them out now. So we're going to be going over Sprocketmonger. So with Sprocketmonger here, there's some initial setup you need to do. First off, there's going to be a note. This is just a liquid weak aura, and you need to make a calculated decision who you want to prioritize what soaks by following the weak aura steps. I'm not going to do that in this video. But just a small tip that we did, we had healers soak early and that's it. We did not have healers soak later sets. Um, but again, just follow the weak aura and put the players in the best position to succeed. The other thing you need to consider for this boss is that there is a comp requirement. The comp requirement is you need at minimum 9 range players. Ideally, you have 10 range players when you're progging. And the idea behind this is the drills. There's 3 sets of 3 drills, and they cannot target the same player more than once. So if you have 9 range, if any of those range die, then it will target a melee, basically wiping the raid. Unless all the melee step away or react extremely quickly, which in a prog setting is not really, ideal. 10 range gives you a leeway to have one of the range die, and then you can prog faster so your melee don't get drills. If you have less than 9 range, then your melee are going to be assigned the last drill every single time. You can play around it, but it is really annoying. So we're going to hop in the video, and the first thing to note here is you can see we have a bunch of markers on the ground. You just grab this from the pack. And
Sure.
one thing I'm
Yeah,
going
I'll
to stress is your tank positioning here is absolutely critical. Your tank taking the boss needs to understand where it needs to go in every single wire transfer. And as you can see here, we have a polarity. This is the core mythic mechanic, and we're always going to send blues over here and reds over here. Now you can see here, this is the weak aura, and this is why the markers become so important. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and those players are going to soak. So you can see 1 here already pre-standing. 2 is going to wait for the debuff to hit, go, and go right there. Same thing, debuff's off. 3 is going to go, and 4 is going to go. For a raid leading tip, if you have the bandwidth, calling those early is good because players will forget, and the harder sets, it's really good to remind players, but it can take away your bandwidth if you're doing something else. The other thing to note here is that you have a drill bait. All range players are eligible for this drill bait. So what they're doing here is they're standing in the back, and if they get the drill, they're going to pop on this conveyor belt, and they're going to ride it down. The drills on the other side are kind of dealt in the back, and then they just move. Range players traditionally like to move to this quadrant here because the fire waves are going to come, and then the tanks are going to move the boss, so they're already standing where they're supposed to stand. Now, these conveyor belts have traps on them. These traps, there you go, do a ton of damage and knock you up, put a nasty dot on you, so just be careful when you're crossing. Now, wire transfer comes, positioning changes, and you can see here, there's a new configuration depending on who gets picked. One thing to note about this weak aura is it's going to prioritize people in the list, but it needs to have specifically red and blue people hit red and blue mines. So if you have low amount of melee and you're doing a melee mindset, like this example here, you can see I am number 3 as a range player, which is pretty rare because all the other range players are going to be red. Or sorry, all the melee players are going to be red. Um, so only one other melee player is red there. Or sorry, blue. I meant blue. But anyway, do the mine. And the same thing with the drills. If you've already picked by drills, you know you're not getting drills again unless you get rezzed. So these players just step on the conveyor belt. The other players, you can see them up here working on the mini-map. And we're going to get in this zone. Again, tank positioning, tank positioning, tank positioning is critical. The tank in my guild tactics does a video as well. And he talks a lot more about the tank role, especially the off-tank role, with the paladin running out and using bubble, and I'll talk about that. But that is the plan, so you can see the tank going out there and it's going to blow up. And we have polarity. Now, hard mindset 1 here. You can see that there's 2 far ones. and 2 close ones. The melee are prioritized on the close ones, and the range are prioritized on the far ones. These range, for this polarity, need to pre-run. So if you are available to do a bomb and you don't have the debuff, you can almost assume that you're going to do this. So you're going to hop on, or you're going to start running here, and you want to pre-run, and you can see those players already going out there, and you can see the mine explode. Now this player is already back, he's an evoker, but slower players need to just walk in. One thing to note is that you can get drills when you're out there, as you can see the drills here. So when you get drills out there and you're slow, just drop them out here and then walk in. It's completely fine. They're going to despawn. So again, we all come here, and this is what, actually I didn't talk about it the first time. So the first time the rockets come, we have a turtle or a mage using Ice Cold Soak. That's very good because 2 rockets hitting can take out a player extremely quickly. So all you have to do is turtle or Ice Cold the ones that are going to directly hit your raid so they don't combo people out. In this set, we're using a spell wording. With more and more gear, this becomes less and less, needed. But it's a good tactic to do when you have the rockets and you're like this, and just making sure that you're taking anything. Like this one here would be a great one to soak. For example, it chunked him to half, but if 2 came in, it would have killed him. So in that situation here, this guy was supposed to get a spell warding because we had immunity 1 spell warding 2. Tank was out of range, couldn't hit the spell warding, he died. So wire transfer or polarity's coming here, and the tank gets the bomb. And if you swap it, you have polarity. Now this is what I'm talking about. You'll get more info on the tanks, but a knockback immune or something like that is really good because he wants to get back as far as possible, but the knock is coming. You could use like things like grips or rescues that are the same color, but he just stays back here, stays bubbled. Other tanks can do it in different ways. You'll get more information on his video. But in this situation, red takes the gate and blue gets knocked to the front of the room. One thing to note is you gateway after the cast done. Gateway now. If you gateway before the cast, you're going to carry your momentum and you're going to get shot off. So you wait till it's done, then you press, and you're on the conveyor here. You can see the melee up here for blue, melee are here for red. Red range are just here, and blue range are over here. The blue range are dodging mines. You can see them sometimes coming down. Again, they're going to knock you up and do a ton of damage. So that is the intermission. Very simple, as long as people can learn how the gateway. Then you're going to get a polarity, and then insta bombs. And you can see here, insta bombs. These guys are already heading out, and you have 1 and then 2. So you can see the mage running it right here. It's going to get 1, 2, and then baiting drills. Let's see if it gets drills. Nope. But again, in reality, where you can get drills here, you just drop them here and then come in. But you can see here that the range, they were standing out here, get on the conveyor belt. These range would have just hopped on the conveyor belt. Or sorry, they'd have stayed over here and gotten the conveyor belt as well. So you can see that all these people are the ones who got it. Now we get in for this big one, and then instantly the bombs are going to spawn, and it is already going to assign players. So bombs are going to come out after wire transfer. So we're going to do the wire transfer, and you can see this is a white point. This is a bomb falling right here. Do not walk over this. You will wipe the raid. So everyone needs to dodge that bomb. 1 already went. 2 is going to go in a second. 3 and 4. Pretty easy set. And 4. We're going to get in and go. Bombs have to be done quickly because you have to, if these hit it, it's just going to one-shot you. We have a barrier here that protects us from the rockets because we can't immune that set. It's too thin. The Warlock resets the gateway here. And what you're going to notice is blue on this polarity moves over. So you can see the mines are already assigned here. Blue is moving. They're moving back here, and they're giving red room. So blue moves. It's giving red room. Red's coming over. Mines have started. And now we have drills, and these are the elusive L drills. So this isn't me, but he does this right, or almost right. It's very hard, so it looks like someone kind of trolled him. Okay, so this is what L drills are. So right before the second stage is probably the hardest part of the fight. Now, if you look at everyone's HP, it's already getting chunked. We are doing bombs, and then you get these last set of drills. These drills are done in an L shape. So the idea is you drop 1, you drop 2, you drop 3, and you step in. So you can see what's happening here. He's going to drop 1, he's going to drop 2, he's going to drop 3, and ideally he steps in before these go off, assuming that the lines are here. Now, the issue that people have on Prog is that the drill people get really scared and step into the group and kill the whole group, because he drills in the group, it's over. So you can see that these people over here barely made it. So if we look at the red group, ignore the, you can see this person here, 1, 2, 3, and then he's going to step in and barely make it. So you make an L shape, and then you get into the group. If you can get through this, you're almost home free. But you're just going to get rockets here, but at this point you're pretty healthy. He's going to get a res, but you can see that there's going to be a new polarity. They're going to bring the boss over here, and now the different color from the first time, I think red gated, and now this time blue is going to gate. So we're going to see it here. Blue gated, you can see them gating here, and red gets knocked to the wall. Now, he's going to make his way back over, and we can kind of see the red version. You can see the traps coming down, but it's the same thing. These traps will absolutely destroy you, and they will basically just put a huge dot on you and make you take a ton of required healing. So next you have, let's go back. Next you have Polarity again, and this time there's 2 ways to do this. So usually we are standing like this, but now we've switched our orientation to have red down here and blue up here, and your mines are going to be right next to you. In our first re-clear, because we had such high damage, we kept the orientation the same. So this is really your call, but you're going to get drills here, and mines are going. These people had to run out like last time, and you just have to be really careful because the mines are right next to you. So mine 4. And now you are going to get the balls of death. I don't remember how much we see in our first kill. So these balls here are basically one-shot cleave orbs that will just destroy you. So the general way of, and our damage is extremely high. The general way of doing this, and I've seen some guilds kill it recently, is they have to get through this set and then they ignore the next mines. And the easiest way to do it is just step away from the boss and dodge. Do not read uptime. If you get hit by one of these orbs in melee, you're going to kill like half your raid. So like that ball there that missed everyone, that can kill a guild very quickly. But you step away, you just dodge what's in front of you, and then you ignore these next set of mines. You have so much time to do it. Just don't trigger them, obviously. And that is it. That's Sprocketmonger. So, a lot of talking, but hopefully you got something out of this. Again, if you need more tank specific stuff about how to run out, about how to do the intermission as the tank that runs out, there's a video on that for the tank in this guild. Other than that, best luck on your kill, and Bandit's coming out next, and then Muggsy will come out early next week. So that's all I got. Good luck on your prog, and peace out.